I feel like I've been teasing this video for months, and it's finally here. So as you all know, dancing and making you laugh is what I love to do here on this channel, but I kind of fell into a little hobby of skincare. Now, most girls get on YouTube and watch a ton of makeup tutorials, which I honestly should probably be doing, but I kind of went into a big old deep skincare rabbit hole. And I put out videos about my drugstore routine, and then I discovered the oil cleanse method, and the last video I did was on a skincare regimen by LifeVantage. I will have all these videos pop up here if you want to check them out before watching this bad boy. Or after, whichever you prefer. But I've actually run out of all of those products, and I thought, why not try something new? Torture my skin instead of yours, you know what I mean? That was super douchey, I'm so sorry. But anyway, from using those products, I actually found out that the LifeVantage skincare was based off of Korean skincare. Now, I went to Korea 2 years ago for Ultra. Again, if you want to watch the video, it's on one of these sides. And while I was over there, I actually found out that Korea is known for having the best skincare products around the world. But unfortunately, I found that out while I was in Korea, so I was a little overwhelmed by all the Korean skincare options and ended up just getting a bunch of sheet masks. But here we are, years later, and now I'm ordering stuff from Korea that I could have just bought while I was there. Okay, so enough blabbering. Let's get into what are the actual 10 steps in the 10-step Korean skincare routine. Now, I'm not gonna really go in-depthly on what each of these products do right now. I'm gonna make Max film me later physically doing all these steps, but I did want to call them out by name in case you wanted to order any of them. And if you do, they will all be linked in the description box down below. So the first step in the Korean skincare process is the double cleanse method, and that is going to be used to take off all your makeup and clean your skin and prep it for all of the products you're about to put on it. So the first cleanser is an oil cleanser, and I am going to be using Vanilla Co.'s Clean It Zero. And the next is a foam cleanser or water-based cleanser, and I'm going to be using Sinka's Perfect Whip. And I am so sorry if I'm butchering these names. I don't have anyone who speaks fluent Korean to ask proper pronunciation, so bear with me. The next step is a toner, and I bought this Sun & Park's Beauty Water. I've heard so many great things about this. I'm so excited to use it. The next step is an exfoliator. I bought Skin Foods Black Sugar Mask and also Lazy Eggs Smooth Egg Peeling Gel. And now that your face is sufficiently washed, you're going to start layering on all these products that aren't really known in Western skincare. The first being maybe a serum, which I will be using the SoulCeuticals Day Glow Serum. So after the serum is an essence. I will be using Cosrx Advanced Sale 96 Mucin Power Essence. Next would be the sheet masks, which actually recently got popular in the US. After that is an eye cream. I will be using Mizon's Snail Repair Eye Cream. And if it is the nighttime, you will be putting on a thicker moisturizer, and I'm using Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. And in the morning, I will be using Skin Foods Yuga Water. I really don't know if that's how you say that. And if it is the morning, you will be using a SPF, and I bought Misa's All Around Safe Block. So another fun thing that I bought that is technically not a part of the 10-step Korean skincare routine is this Laneige Water Sleeping Mask, but I thought it would be helpful since my skin is so dry. I'm really excited to try this out. So there you go. Those are all the products I'll be using during this video. I actually just got my lashes done, but I recorded this earlier today with no makeup on so you could see what my starting point is at. So now I'm gonna head on over to Max's, hang out with him, and at night I am going to record myself using all of these new skincare products. So it is the end of the night. I'm really tired. I'm gonna start the 10-step Korean skincare routine. Probably the major downfall of this routine is that it's 10 steps. So,
10 steps?
Yeah, I just want to be pretty. Oh wait, I almost forgot the most important part. So the first step is the oil cleanse. So a huge thing with Korean skincare is the double cleanse. Pretty solid. I have to be pretty careful though because I just got
Whoa, oh my god. Oh my god.
I just got eyelash extensions and I have to make sure I don't get oil on them. It smells really nice. I'm gonna smell my face.
It does smell good.
I mean, that definitely ate through my makeup. insanely well. Okay, the second step is either a foam cleanser or a water-based cleanser. So I have this one called Perfect Whip, which is insane. You barely need anything. And watch this, baby.
What?
So the next step is toner. Basically, after you cleanse your face, you kind of throw off its pH balance. So this is putting it back to a healthy place. So you just put it in. American toners are really strong astringents. And like in Korean skincare, they don't believe in that. And I really enjoy this because my skin is so dry. Boom! Okay. Oh. Just remembered. I think I'm supposed to exfoliate first. So the exfoliant you only have to do a couple of times a week, like 1 or 2, especially if you have dry skin. And I have this one and also the gel peel one, which I will record myself using at a different time. But this is the black sugar mask. It smells nice. Everything smells really nice. Oh, she's thick. So you exfoliate to get all the dead skin cells off. Smells good too.
Well, that's really nice.
Oh, now that I done did effed up already, let's go back to the toner that I was already talking about. You know, it's not like it's expensive or anything. So the next step is kind of like the weird one because it doesn't exist in Western beauty. So that's like the essences and serums. So it can be confusing like which thing you should put on your face first. And I read somewhere that you should always start with whatever is the thinnest consistency and work your way to the thicker stuff. Next, I'm going to use this Glow Serum, which has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and all this great stuff for you apparently. She's really watery. Ooh, I smell like an orange. Next, I will be using this Snail Mucin Power Essence.
Snail mucin?
Yeah, apparently snail is like the secret of Korean skincare. The like slimy crap that comes out of them is really good for your skin. And they say that no snails are harmed in the making of these products. I hope it is true.
Ooh, gross.
It's a little sticky, but I wonder if it's supposed to be. They do this a lot. Some do this. The next step is a sheet mask, but again, like the exfoliant, you only have to do it twice a week, maybe 3 times. And since I have a sleeping mask, which kind of works as a sheet mask overnight, I don't have to do this as often, and it's already like 1 a.m., so I'm not gonna do this right now. Now I'm going to go to, what is this? Eye cream. I found out from doing my extensive skincare research that your under eyes is really thin, so you have to like extra moisturize it. My skin gets so red from patting it in. I wonder if that happens to like the Korean women or if I'm just like overly sensitive or I'm doing it wrong. And last but not least is the Rich Moist Soothing Cream. There we go. Okay. I am hydrated. Let's go to sleep. Good morning. Time to do everything all over again. It seems like, why do I need to do this again? I just did it. Okay, so in the morning, some people say to go straight to the foam cleanser because the oil cleanser that I did last night is mainly for taking off makeup. And then some people say you don't even need to use this and you can just wash your face with water. So I don't really know what to do, but I guess I will do it with the foam cleanser. Just in case. It's funny, since my skin is so dry, I usually never wash my face in the morning. I'll just like put more moisturizer on.
Got that lather.
Oh yeah. Next, the toner. Makes me feel so hydrated. Serum. Serum. It's a lot of steps, but I really mind it because I feel like I'm taking care of my skin, you know? It's nice. I have a gel moisturizer by Skin Food that I accidentally left at home, but this is like the same consistency, so I'm just gonna use this as a morning moisturizer.
Goo.
And then I'm going to let this soak in for like 5 minutes, and then I have one more step. Okay, it has been a couple of minutes, so I feel like the moisturizer and stuff has sank into my skin. Now time for the sunscreen, which is very important in Korean skincare, but I kind of hate sunscreen.
Why?
It's just so sticky usually. I mean, I will say this one, if you look at the consistency, it's really thin.
There we go.
So it won't be as tacky, but it still just makes my face feel very tight. It's also like cloudy today. Do I really need this? Done.
Crushed it.
Okay, it is Monday and I decided I'm going to start my week off, or in the beginning of the week off. It's Monday night, guys, I don't, you know. And I'm going to do my sheet mask. So there are so many conflicting opinions about when you should put this on. Some say before your serums and essences, and some say after. I decided to put the serum and the essence on, let it soak in a little bit. Now I'm gonna do this bad boy for 15 minutes and then finish with the heavier night cream. I will say I have been using sheet masks for the past 2 years because that's when I initially went to Korea and found out about them. But from doing all this research to make this video, I found out I was actually doing it wrong. Frustrating. So when they say to leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes, make sure you listen to them, because I was letting it sit on my skin until it dried because I was like, oh yeah, my skin is soaking up all the juices. And then I found out that that's actually bad, and when it's drying, it's sucking it back out of your skin. So 15 to 20 minutes, on she goes. It has been 1 week since I started using the 10-step Korean skincare routine, and I'm seeing some things that I really like and some other things I don't, so I guess I'll just kind of go through it right now. So first, I can say I love how my skin is feeling. I don't know if you can really tell from the camera, but it is so smooth, like baby's bottom, as people like to say, even though it's a little creepy. But something that's been kind of freaking me out is I noticed I'm getting a bunch of little red pimples. I don't know if you can see, focus you in. You can see here, 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 there's all these little bumps. And then on my forehead, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, there's a ton of little red bumps. Obviously this was from my period this week. Gotta get at least one giant hormonal zit. But yeah, so I was kind of freaking out about breaking out, but then I read that it actually could mean that your skincare is working and it's not a breakout, but a skin purge. I'm hoping it's because of the serum I bought, which is 20% vitamin C and has hyaluronic acid and some other acids and stuff like that, which said that is a skin purifier, so it's kind of doing like a mass exodus of my bacteria and dead skin cells. So I'm gonna give this a little more time. Obviously, I don't think a week is long enough to see if a skin routine works or not. Oh, and that reminds me, the first step of this, which is the oil cleanse, is basically like a glorified oil cleanse method. Yes, it is easier to wipe off with just water than if you use an oil mix, but I'm pretty sure it's doing the same thing, which is just disintegrating makeup off your face, which I love. Good morning. It has been 2 weeks since I've been doing the 10-step Korean skincare routine. I have to say I am a little... Okay, he was really eager to join me. I'm a little freaked out about how my skin looks. I don't know if it's still going through the skin purge. I just feel like my skin looks really red and textured. I don't know if you guys can see. Especially around my nose. Oh, I feel like you can see all of my impurities. Initially, I wasn't gonna update you guys this soon, but I am finding something that is a little bit annoying with this 10-step skincare routine. Doing it every day, twice a day, isn't really the hard part, but I'm actually traveling to Miami for Ultra soon, and I have to figure out a way to pack all of this stuff. Some of it is under 3.4 ounces, so it'll be okay, and some of it I have to buy specific containers for. And I'm sure that you can buy travel-sized Korean skincare, but not living in Korea, I would have to wait for it, and I already spent so much money on all this stuff. Okay, so like I just showed you, it is my 2 weeks of using the skincare. I don't know if you can see better or worse in this harsh bathroom lighting how red my skin looks. I am going to be using this sleeping mask. Okay, here's a nice little shot. It looks super thick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Feels nice and cool to the face. Oh, I love this so much. So now I have the sleeping mask on. My face just basically looks wet. But a tip I got from the Beauty Breakdown, she is a really great Korean skin vlogger, YouTuber. She said to make sure you wash off your sleeping mask in the morning because a lot of people don't, and then bacteria gets trapped in it and sinks into your skin. So make sure if you get one of these, you wash it off in the morning. Okay, update time. It is week 3 of the Korean skincare, and I have to say last week was pretty rough again. I don't even know if I have any pictures saved. I'll look for it, but if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me post on my story my red face, and I was like, hey, I started the 10-step Korean skincare routine, and this is what my face looks like, and it's super hot. Do you think A, my skin is purging, or B, I'm having a reaction to one of the products? And I want to say 80% of people said I was having a reaction, which kind of freaked me out. But on to week 3, my face, I just put on the morning routine. It's not as red as it was. It does get red directly after, but I'm also like, you know, patting and rubbing in all the products, and obviously I'm very, very pale. So maybe that's why it's red initially, but you know, the redness has cooled down. You can see all these zits that I had earlier are now just scars, which I hope fade away. I will say though, one thing that's kind of bothering me about this routine is I am waking up feeling super dry, even though I'm putting so many plumping and moisturizing things on my face. If I don't start waking up with more hydrated skin this next week, I'm definitely going to, you know, use these products, but maybe at the end, instead of using this soothing cream that's like a heavy night cream, I'm going to use oil because I've been using the heavy soothing cream in the morning. Also, I stopped doing the double cleanse in the morning because I think that might have factored into how dry my skin is. But anyway, on to the next week. All right, so a lot has happened since the last time I updated you. It's actually been 3 weeks instead of 1 week. But let me explain before you get mad at me. So after Miami, I went straight to San Antonio, Texas. And of course I brought all my skincare and continued to do the steps, but I was so busy working and just completely forgot to update my skincare. And then I came home and I got the flu. So I don't know if you can still hear in my voice. A week and a half ago, I was literally on my deathbed. And for probably 2 days that I had like the chills really going through it, I didn't do the skincare, but I didn't leave my bed, so. And as soon as I started feeling better, I jumped back into it. I think my face actually looks really great. I'm so happy I stuck with the skincare. Checking back on those acne scars on my chin, you can see they faded quite a bit, which is exciting. I will say I did make one change though. I started putting a couple of drops of rosehip oil into the nighttime moisturizer that I put on right before bed, and it helps me not be so dry when I wake up in the morning. But I think it's such a minor change, and I am still using the 10 steps before the oil, that it's penetrating the skin and doing its job. So I almost forgot to record myself doing this before this video ended. It is the egg peeling gel. I actually bought this while I was in Korea. This stuff is insane. So you're supposed to put it on clean, dry skin, not wet skin. Do you see these little like greeny things on my face?
Yeah, what is that?
That's my dead skin.
Ew. Oh, ew.
Can you see all the dead skin?
Mm-hmm. It's everywhere.
Isn't that so gross? Okay, it has finally been 2 months of me doing the Korean skincare routine, and this week, honestly, has really sucked, and I'm so sad. For 3 weeks that I wasn't recording, my skin looked so good. I was shook. And I honestly was gonna be like, well, you know what? This is the holy grail of skincare. I'm never looking back, but then it became that magical time of the month, my period, and look what happened to my chin. I got 2 zits, honestly, probably like a day after I recorded my skincare update last week, and now I have this big guy coming in, which is one of those pimples that is so deep and pulls from your soul and has 2 whiteheads coming out of it. Nothing beats hormonal acne, guys. I don't really know what to say. It sucks. But what's really curious to me is when I was in San Antonio, Texas, I had my period and I didn't break out. So that's why I'm kind of pissed right now. I thought this was the magical cure serum to all acne problems. My cat is literally going insane right now. So I'm also wondering, is it not only my period, but also like the LA air, which I know is super dirty, for lack of a better word, and maybe the hard water that we have to wash our face in? I'm still going to continue using the Korean skincare because like I said, for 3 weeks, my skin looked beautiful. And even though I have these chin zits, like the rest of my skin feels really smooth and nice. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you think the reason I'm breaking out right now is from all those reasons I just listed or the Korean skincare. I know this video was super long and thorough, but if you enjoyed that, make sure you let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up so I keep going on the quest for perfect skincare. I just recently discovered a new oil I never heard of. Thinking about ordering it and switching out my night cream for a couple of drops of that oil and seeing if that helps with the acne and redness. If you'd like to know about this magical oil and want me to make a video about it, let me know in the comments below. Also, if any of you guys are currently using the Korean skincare routine and have any products you want to recommend to me, please leave them in the comments below. I am always looking to try out new things once any of these current products run out. And as always, if you like this face, make sure you hit subscribe so you can see me next Thursday.
Places in the dark, places that we fly through, just a me apart. The rain in my skin, tears apart.